Chilly night at the ballpark. We have our own gear. The Mets were. Nick Fortes slugs one out to left field. Back goes Nimmo on the warning track, and a step or two from the wall, he makes the. You have to go with the style of the moment. We don't have the ability to show the color of your court. I am told, Keith, that because of our logistics here, if you stand up behind me, we lighten that up a little bit so that we can see. Because this is a very special color. It's straight out of Haight-Ashbury in the 60s. There you go. 3-0 to Xavier Edwards. And it's on the inside corner, strike 3-1. That's not quite the same either. Line past the mound and into center field, a base hit for Edwards. So Xavier Edwards, who hit .328 last year, is 2. So, you know, it's not functioning quite the same way.
Did you notice Mr. Met photobombing behind us?
Have our cameraman out in the cold because we don't really care so much about his comfort. But we are sitting here in a relative. How would the battery-powered vest look if?
Oh, nice.
Senga.
Wow.
Goose. Stowers walked his first time up, and he goes down swinging on the forkball. And Senga's got his 3rd strikeout.
That was a good.
Was caught stealing in the first. There goes Edwards. The throw by Senga. Acuna gets the tag down a little too late. And that's lifted out to right, easy for Soto. And that retires the side. A hit and one left, middle of the 3rd, no score. Lindor on a base hit leading off the 1st inning. Last to do it for the Mets. And this time Lindor was serious about bunting, and he'll beat this out with no problem. Soto takes a breaking ball down for ball 1.
Soto struck out the first.
Cutter on the inside corner. Lindor 2 stolen bases already this year. He gets back in.
Look at Soto here in his first.
So that certainly leads to the question. As Soto drives one out to left center field, back in the gap, headed toward the wall, and it's one hop against the fence. Myers plays the carom. Lindor being waved home. The throw to the plate is not in time.
Now that he's out of Yankee Stadium, there's the center fielder. This ball's up in the air, and he doesn't get to it. Short hops the wall. Without Yankee Stadium in that short.
Settles for an RBI double. Lindor scoring all the way from first. And Alonso takes. Do you think Belloso saw him move up in the box, and that's why he threw him a fastball?
I think the pitch was already called.
That's lined out to left field, but right there waiting for it is Conine, and he retires Alonso for the first out of the inning.
Well, you can't do it today. He's got to engage the hitter.
I mean, you were always. That one pops out of the middle, Fortes, and that'll get Soto over to 3rd. So Nick Soto at 3rd and 1 out. A run home here in the 3rd. And Brandon takes ball, giving the Mets a chance to play it another. And Nimmo takes a strike, 3-1. And the breaking ball popped up on the infield. 3rd baseman Paulie taking charge of it. 2 out. He takes the cutter at the top of the zone for a strike. Umpires generally call the higher strike. Good breaking ball. 0-2. That's drilled into left field, and Paulie dives, and he makes the catch. Conine, the left field. Astronomy. How he survived that, I do not know. He stretch of Steve's stomach and so much more.
This broadcast has been tough on Cincinnati's ball.
Skyline Chili plates and cups and all sorts of stuff. as Matt Mervis singles up the middle to start the 4th inning.
Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. The replacement vending machines. I mean, these rating the anniversary because it was 50-50 at best that I'd make it one year.
Well, you know, and this is why, Keith.
Yes.
All these other teams by the wildlife grounded foul, and I'm looking forward to Sacramento because I'm feeling that. No, and it wasn't dogs. 1-2 coming outside 2-2. And they put us in a booth where there was a pole right in front of us, like right here, like right. Not have made it back alive. Popped up foul, first base side. Alonso to the. Alonso hit the railing and then caught the ball. That was a tough play. To left field to rob Vientos of a hit. Takes a fastball from Senga for a strike. And
nice
that
block.
ball blocked by Senger. 1-1 coming. That's lined the other way. A base hit for Conine. Mervis pulls in at second. And so a couple of hits for the Marlins off Senga. Fouls off first pitch cutter, 0-1. Myers and Derek Hill have been in 32 degrees and a bad back really don't go together. And a cutter off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Clayton McCullum. And that fastball pops inside. 2 balls and a strike. Ground ball could be 2. Acuna to Lindor on to first. In time.
Use fan cash on team gear on Fanatics.com or bonus bets in the Fanatics Sportsbook app. Stay tuned for exclusive offers all season long. And how they get the pitchers ready. Instead of throwing bullpen sessions this season in between starts, they throw live BP on the field. Our producer Greg Picker told me that back in the day they used to do that more often.
After my time.
Well, I'll say this. In the minor leagues, generally back in those days.
Before my time, because we always had kids that would throw BP to us if in the he had a low ceiling too.
Winker gets under one to center field. Who's going to get it? Left fielder Conine.
Oh, I can't hit anymore.
No, not to hit, but just to see what it looks like. You know, that that machine.
You're going to tell me I'm going to get in the box and I can't swing?
You know, plied his trade swinging the bat at some point in your distant past.
Distant is right. Because like I said, it was so narrow and you had a low ceiling. So when I took BP, the Cardinals, when I was coming up and young.
Taylor gets a breaking ball and pops it up. It's Luis Angel Acuna, and he takes a fastball high from Belloso. Belloso has survived nicely despite throwing a lot of pitches early in this game. Thrown in as an emergency starter with Alcantara going on the paternity list. And he's given up just 1 run and 5 hits. 2-0 to Acuna.
Mechanics.
That's all we heard last summer when he was trying to come back from the shoulder injury.
So that's interesting right there. You saw, you know, how I might.
3-1 to Acuna. And the breaking ball inside, ball 4. So Acuna draws a 2-out walk. Well, let's see if Belloso is done. He is. 76 pitches over 3 2/3. Tyler Phillips will come on in relief of him. Called to the guy his first time up, and he misses inside with his first fastball, ball 1.
And he hasn't pitched
in 11. Senger pops one up behind first base. Long run for Lopez toward the line into foul ground. He slides and makes the catch. Looking southward. Paulie grounded out to second base his first time up. And he pulls one down the line. Foul. Just past a diving Alonso and just foul. Splitter below the knees, 1-1. Graham Paulie, one of a couple. It was quite the collapse by the Dukies on Saturday.
It was. Never won a championship, not even with the Big E and Elijah Wan.
Well, and Kelvin Sampson's looking for a goose, giving up 4 hits, and that one's pulled down the right field line toward the corner, but foul. Maybe the Marlins have gotten the leadoff man on.
Well, the Marlins have shown that
the Nimmo caught his first time up, and he hits a double play ball right at Lindor. Acuna with the turn for the easy 6-4-3 double play.
So
Fastball fouled off, 2-1, like little Pac-Man monsters.
Or Space Invaders.
3-1. The Mets are going to have 13 last year when he had the extra day of rest. And of course, pitchers in Japan generally pitch once a week. Stays healthy and productive. 3-2 coming. And he fouls back high fastball, 96. And Edwards goes down swinging on the forkball, so he set him up with the fastball. Lindor leads off against Tyler Phillips, who fires the fastball for a strike. Phillips came on and that's lined the other way, and Lindor has got his third hit of the night. Soto, who drove him in with a double to left center his last time up for the game's only run. And Phillips, teams are more conscious of taking starting pitchers and turning them into multiple innings. And that's what Phillips is for the Marlins, and in a case way to 3,000. Soto takes fastball down, 2-0.
It's time through the order. Well, that one time could be 3 innings out of
by Soto. And that's below the knees. You know, there's been so much attention in the big with Buto and Kranick. Check swing, and that misses for ball 4, and the Mets have the first 2 men out of the field. Alonso fouls off first pitch fastball, 0-1. Pete single to center. He chases a slider, 0-2. Phillips ahead on Alonso, 0-2. And went well wide, and Fortes. 1-2 coming. And that fastball just Phillips, 2-2 to Alonso. And he hits one on the ground to short. Edwards to second, 1. Lopez on to first in time for the double. Now he's got Lindor at third with 2 out. And he hits one on the ground to the right side. And Phillips gets himself out of the jam. Lopez makes the toss to pitch in the top of the 6th. And Kyle Stowers takes a sinker down for ball 1. Miami, the last game there, he was brought in to try and get the save in the bottom of the 11th. Couldn't finish the inning. Threw 77 pitches over 5 innings. Allowed no runs and 5 hits, walked 2, struck out 4. So, and the slider off the plate, and Stowers lays off.